Okay, once you're here, get comfortable. Take a few moments just to allow your front body to expand deeply with your inhales. And allow everything to wrap back inward on your exhales. Fill your lungs. And then empty them completely. And take a moment to align yourself on the floor. Okay, for example, if you notice that because most of us just woke up at this point in the day, we tend to sleep kind of curled up in funny little sleeping positions. So the shoulders might feel a little curled inward. Sometimes it's nice to pick up your shoulders and your hips and actually move them away from each other so that your spine gets a little bit longer and you feel a little bit more spacious. Maybe scoot the shoulder blades a little bit further underneath your heart. You can externally rotate your arms and flip your palms up. And just finding that breath. Becoming super aware of any body sensations that are arising here. This is when we can kind of notice, okay, we've noticed the state of the breath. We're noticing the state of the body. Where do you feel your body the most right now? Okay, maybe your chest, kind of spreading open. Maybe your low back. And could you allow your face to relax a little bit? Let the breath come through your nose as much as is possible. And then let's also take a moment to honor and notice any thoughts and emotions that arise. And observe that you are observing the thoughts and emotions. They are separate from you. They are just a part of your body, really. So we can choose to just watch the thoughts and emotions and then let go of them. But just notice what you see. What color of thoughts? What shape are the thoughts? Let's start to move a little bit. Okay, as you're ready, reach your hands out long overhead. Reach your feet out long too and take a really nice stretch. Okay, let's make it more to one side. So we'll take our arms and legs out to the left and stretch the right side a little bit longer than the left for a moment. Take a few good breaths into the right rib cage and the armpit. And then other side, take arms and legs to the right. Stretch the left side a little bit longer. And then bring it on back to center. Take a big breath in here. You're as long as you can be. And with your exhale, bend your knees in. Hands grab for your shins. Could you move your forehead and your knees toward each other? Just very gently. No reason to push right now. And inhale to get long. Exhale, forehead and knees together. Can we do this a few more times? Keep breathing. Keep moving. Okay, waking up the front and back of your body. One more time. Next time, let's hold, okay? Come on in, knees and forehead together, and we're holding, okay? If this presents any kind of strain for your neck, of course, let it go. But if you're feeling all right here, could we move them a little closer? Focus on big exhales. And notice the back of your body nice and open right now. Breathe deeply into those ribs. Maybe one more big breath here. And let it go. Okay, go ahead and get your legs up in the air. Circle your ankles out. We're going to wake up the core real quick here. Okay. So go ahead and interlace your fingers, and then you can make fancy pointer fingers or whatever you'd like to do with your hand. And then we'll peel just the head and shoulders up off the floor. So kind of like you're looking at your belly button, you'll notice instantly when you do that, your abdominis rectus turns on, your abs turn on, okay? So don't just use your abs, use your deep core musculature too, and wrap your belly button downward a little bit more, like you're trying to put your belly button on the floor, okay? We want to feel that the low back never leaves the floor. If it does, just bend your knees. Now here's what we're going to do. Point your hands over to the right side of your right leg, kind of like you're putting your forearms on your right knee. And we're going to move the left leg, reach out toward the front of the mat with the left leg, and bring it back in. Okay, again, inhale, reach it out. Exhale, bring it in. Again, inhale. Exhale. Feel your core waking up? I feel mine. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. 5. No rush. 6. Keep that long neck if you can. Keep the belly button grounded. We got 7. We got 8. 2 more. 9. Last one. 10. Bring it in. We're just going to switch sides. Take your arms to the outside of your left leg. Glue your wrist to your knee. And here's the right leg. Here's 1. Bring it in. Here's 2. Keep going, guys. 3. Nice heat building in the core. 4. 5. 6. Almost there. 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Let that go. Grab your knees, pull them in, rock around. Okay, definitely feeling some great warmth. You can actually put your hands on your belly. You'll probably feel that warmth. Okay, so let's take some bridges now. Drop your feet by your hips, hands by your hips, and we'll just take some simple bridges, okay? Opening up the tissues that we just worked. So inhaling, lift the hips. And exhaling, drop the hips. Let's keep going, guys. Keep breathing. So up and down, please. Some people like to inhale up. Some people prefer to exhale up. You choose what you like best. Just promise me that you're still breathing. Remember to put a gentle engagement between your knees. So the knees are always slightly moving in toward each other. Ready? And then as you lift and lower your hips, could you imagine your tailbone is extremely long, and it's moving away from the top of your head. So the spine gets a little longer with each up and down. And then let's start to not just lift and lower the hips, but curl the spine down and curl the spine up, like you're peeling it up one vertebra at a time, rolling it down one vertebra at a time. Okay, next time you're up, hold it right here. Okay, ground into that left foot. We're going to reach up with the right leg. And let's do the same thing. Roll the hips down and roll them up. Okay, roll it down. Roll it up. One more, down and up. Hold here. If it feels okay, extend the right leg. If you're not having a good time, bend the right knee or put the foot down. But if you're feeling fantastic here, move that right toe toward the back of your head and hold. Using your hip flexors, guys. One more big breath here. And we're going to put that right foot back on the floor and switch sides, grounding into the right foot. Left leg is up. Hips come down. Hips come up. Again, hips down. Hips up. And you can always choose to just keep 2 feet down. No problem. Down and up. And here we are. Hold and breathe. Bend the knee, put the foot down, or extend the knee and move the toe toward the back of your head. You can push the floor with your arms too. One more big breath here. And let it go. Come on down. Take some windshield wipers here, guys. All right, feeling warm. Let's take some rocks and rolls. So tuck your hands behind your knees, rock it up, and roll it down. Okay, let it feel good on your back. Feels nice. And then start to balance. Next time you come up, give a little balance in your boat pose. Okay, a couple more times. Come up, balance. One more. Come on up. And balance. Let's hold here. Now remember, there's so many variations in boat. You can pretty much just make up your own variation, but no matter what, you need to have your long spine and your femurs are at about a right angle to your spine. You can drop your fingers and toes. You can grab your knees, or for that ultimate expression of boat, you can straighten your legs and straighten your arms. But please modify. But if your hands are free, put them together. Turn out to the right and tap the floor. Inhale, hands through center. Exhale, tap the floor on the left. Long spine through center to the side. And keep going, guys, at your pace. Center and side. Okay, you can do this with your feet down. You can even do it with your hands down and just twist your shoulders to the side. But get that nice length in your spine, please. A tuck in your tailbone, pointing at your toes. And the belly button's always pulling in to keep the low back safe. Okay, coming back through center, let's hold. Maybe grab your knees, maybe extend your arms and legs. Roll the shoulder blades down your back, lift your heart. One more big breath in here. And let it go. Okay, put your knees out to one side and we'll come to hands and knees. I'll meet you there. All right, let's take a few cat-cows using this spine that we just warmed up big time. Inhaling heart forward, belly button up. Yeah, exhaling, push the floor. Shake your head. Keep breathing, keep moving. A few more cat-cows. Make them rolly and weird, okay? And then as you're ready, find your flat back. Tuck your toes, down dog. Okay. Take a moment in your down dog. Walk it out. Roll it around. Remember, you can always drop to your hands and knees, okay? And we'll get this right knee leg up. We'll bend the knee and circle the hip out. So, nice hip circles. And then first, see if you can keep your hips relatively level with each other so that right hip doesn't lift too much when you're drawing your circle. So this is going to limit your range of motion a little bit. but it does oblige a little bit of a different warming of different musculature. And let's reverse that a little bit, okay? Keep the hips level. And now open up your hip, lift the hip. Okay, notice how much more space you can take up like this. And you can always drop to the left knee if your arms are getting tired, but we're warming our arms up too. Okay, rewind this. Nice, okay. Inhale here, extend the right leg out behind you. And with your exhale, drop the right foot between your hands. We're dropping the back knee here, inhaling here. Low lunge, coming up, Anjaneyasana. Okay, take a little time right here. We're just gonna sink into it on the exhale, dropping the hips forward, and lift up out of it on the inhale. Let's take a few more. Exhale. Think of pulling your right heel back to do this. Finding that Mula Bandha. Inhale, lift. Okay, exhale. Knees try to move together. The hips move forward. Inhale, lift. Maybe 2 more times just like that. Pull back with the right heel. Ease out. 1 more, pull back, and let's hold here. Okay, attempt to squeeze your knees together. There's always that engagement. Belly button wraps in. Could we lift the heart a little bit? Great way to warm up that right hamstring and that left quad. 1 more big breath here, friends. Exhale here, drop your hands, down dog. Walk it out. Okay, inhaling here, plank. You can always drop your knees in plank, of course. Then exhaling, walk to your hands and fold. Inhaling here, roll it up. Come up on your tippy toes, okay? And as you exhale, drop your hips towards your heels. See if you can take your time doing that. Nice and controlled. Just go as low as you want to go, okay? Inhaling, come back up to your standing posture, nice and slow. Heels are still up. Ooh. And exhaling, bend your knees. Drop your heels, bend your knees, and fold. Palms are down. Inhaling, back through plank. With your exhale, could you come down as slowly as possible? You can use your knees, of course. Inhaling here, find your little cobra. Heart moves forward. Pull your big heart between your thumbs. And with your exhale, down dog. I'll meet you there. All right, here we are back in down dog. And we'll do the other side. Bend that left leg up in the air. Try to keep the hips level at first, and we'll just circle out the left hip. Okay, notice how limited it is if you're keeping the hips level. That's not a problem. Okay, rewind. You can always drop to that right knee if this feels like too much on your arms. It's a lot. All right, now open that left hip up. So much more space. And rewind it. Okay, extend the left leg out behind here. Big breath in. And as you exhale, drop the left foot between your hands. Boom. Drop the back knee. Low lunge. Inhaling, reach the arms up. Okay. Exhaling, pull that left heel back so that your hips drop forward. Okay, let's take a few more breaths, moving in and out like this. Inhale to back out of the lunge. Exhale, drop deeper. Now make sure this feels nice. We're not trying to do anything crazy. We're just warming up a little bit. So think more of activating the left hamstring than pushing or anything forceful. Activate forward. Soften back. Maybe 2 more times, friends. Okay, one more and we'll hold it. Here we go. All right, hold here and breathe. Okay, begin to try to squeeze both knees together here. Belly button in, lift your heart. One more big breath here, friends. And let it go. All hands down, down dog. Inhaling here, plank. Exhale to your hands. And fold. Inhale, roll it up, standing up on your tippy toes again. Okay, nice and balancy. Exhale, sink down as slowly as you can. Inhale, still on your tippy toes, rising up as slowly as you can. And then exhale, heels down, bend your knees, fold. Palms are down here, inhaling for plank. Exhaling, lower down as slowly as you can. Inhale for one beautiful cobra, heart shining forward. And exhale, down dog. Okay, let's really set up our nice down dog here. We're a little bit warmer in all of our joints and backs of the legs, so maybe a little bit more drop in the heels, a little bit more lift in the kneecaps, a little bit more inward spin of the elbows, and of course we have the famous grip of the hands, okay, giving us so much strength and intention, okay. And let's inhale here, right leg up and out behind, bend the knee, open up the hip, but look at your hands while you do that so your right shoulder doesn't come with. Exhale, drop that foot between your hands, boom. Inhaling here, come up to your crescent lunge. Okay, I have a little balancy challenge for you. Are you ready? Exhale here, send that left knee up and forward. Ooh, balance on one foot. Let's do it again. Inhale, crescent lunge, step it back, lift your heart. Exhale, float the left knee up and forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. We're just going to do it one more time. Exhale, step it up and forward and hold right here. Okay, we're going to breathe and balance on one leg. So if you need to drop your left toe to the floor, go ahead and do it at any time. That's always appropriate. I'm going to turn slightly. We're going to do some tree time. Okay, so if you want to put your left toe on the floor, your big toe next to your right foot, go ahead and do that. You can turn your left knee out to the left. So we're externally rotating that left hip. So you'll feel that external rotation happening when the knee is pointed to the left. And if everything's going great, you don't need your toe on the floor. Just put it on your right shin to start. But try to keep a nice left pointing left knee, okay? If everything's going great, you can slide that left foot up to your right thigh. You can kind of tuck the heel really close up into your hips. All right, and if you're still underwhelmed, you want a little bit more, you can take like a half lotus kind of arrangement with your left foot and kind of tuck it up and in. Okay, so really just find something that works for you. But we're just going to breathe here. Make some arms that make sense. Okay, and for the ultimate challenge in a tree pose, close your eyes. Maybe it's just for a second or two at a time, but it's so challenging to be on one foot and close your eyes. Okay, couple more breaths here. Okay, focus on that stability in that right foot. And notice when you're balancing on one leg and closing your eyes, it's really hard to be stressed about anything else. All right, one more breath here, guys. Let's come out slowly. We're trying not to explode out of this. So let your left foot slide all the way back down. Okay, back at the front of your mat. And then we'll step it back to another crescent lunge. Let's pause here, arms up. And just enjoy crescent lunge, pressing through the back leg. The back leg is like a tree trunk. Okay, and then activate your legs again. The feet are still trying to snap together. The heart is still lifting here. Now let's play around with some twistiness here, okay? If you look over your left shoulder, or under your left armpit, your left hand could come to the left leg, okay? You could grab it if you wanted to, or you could just set your hand there. We can reach the right arm up, and breathe a little extra space into the right side of the chest. You can always drop the back knee also if you're feeling a little too much here. Okay, maybe slide that left hand down and get a little bit more open, but make sure that the left hip is still pointing forward with the right hip. The left hip is not coming with your left shoulder and hand. One more big breath here, and then we'll twist it around the other way. What if we look under the right armpit at the back leg? Right hand comes to the left leg. Maybe grab, maybe rest, and expand the front side of the body from here. This time, the left arm is reaching up. Press through the back heel, still trying to squeeze the knees together. One more big breath in here, beautiful people. And exhale, all hands down, down dog. Inhaling here, find your plank. Exhale, walk to your hands and fold. Inhaling here, roll it up to standing. Come up on your tippy toes. On your tippy toes, exhale, drop it into a chair posture, tippy toe chair. Knees are slightly squeezed inward. Belly button is back, tailbone is tucking. Inhale up to a standing tippy toe. And exhale, drop your heels and fold. Halfway up on your inhale, press into your toes. And a very nice fold on your exhale. Palms are down. Inhale, plank. Exhale here. Come halfway down, elbows into ribs. You might use your knees. Inhale, back up to your plank. Now this time, exhale, come all the way down slowly. Inhale for your cobra, heart pulls forward. Then exhale, down dog. All right, friends, take 5 or 6 long, slow breaths here in down dog. Gripping with your hands, elbows in, feet heavy in the heels, light in the toes, kneecaps are lifting so your quads are active. Okay, here we go. Let's keep moving. As you're ready, inhale here. Get the left leg up and out behind. Bend that knee, open up the hip, but look at your hands so the left shoulder does not come with the hip. And exhale, send that left foot forward. Drop it between your hands. Boom. Inhaling here, crescent lunge. Ready to balance on one foot. Exhale, shoot your weight forward. Right knee lifts up. You can always just touch the toe down, okay? No problem. Crescent lunge, inhaling, right toes back, heart open. Again, exhale, balance on one foot, right knee up. Inhale, send it back. One more, please. Exhale, send it up and forward. And hold. Now we'll get into our tree posture from here. So feel free to put the right toes on the floor and just kind of get your bearings. And in a tree, you can do whatever you want with your arms, really whatever. I like to work my shoulders, so I usually keep my arms up, but you might want to rest them. Okay, so you can start off with your right toes on the floor, and let's begin by externally rotating that right hip, pointing the knee out to the right. So even if you're not lifting your foot off the floor, still externally rotate the hip, please. If everything's going great, you can step on your shin. If everything's still going great, you can step on your thigh, but please avoid the knee. We don't want to put any sideways pressure on that left knee, please. Tuck that foot up nicely. And then really step on your inner thigh. So you're actually pressing your right foot into your left thigh. You'll feel that pressure. Do that. Still feeling great. You can take a little half lotus with that right leg And you're thinking of almost pointing the knee downward. All right, breathe. Ultimate challenge is to close your eyes. Whew. All right, I've never been able to close my eyes for more than a second or two in a tree. Kind of interested to know how you guys do like that. Okay, just know that whatever expression of your tree you've chosen, it's a fine time to just notice your state of mind. I think it's always interesting to note that it's almost impossible to be stressed about anything else or worried about anything else when you're balancing on one foot. Okay, come out slowly, please, without exploding. Sliding out. Okay. Heading back to your crescent lunge. I'll meet you here. Big breath, okay? Big open front body. Strong right leg, like a tree trunk pressing back. We can always drop the right knee if it's too much. Okay, let's experiment here. Keep your hips locked in, facing forward. The right hip will not go anywhere. As you look behind, across your right armpit to see your right leg, could the right hand rest on the right leg or grab it? And the left arm is free to reach. Send your heart forward with your hips. Breathe. Maybe sink a little lower. Remember that engagement between your knees. Okay, coming back through center on the inhale. Exhale, left hand comes behind for the right leg. Rest or grab with your hand. Sink a little deeper. Big breath. One more big breath in here, friends. And we're letting it go. All hands down. Back to down dog. Let it go. Inhale here, plank. Exhale to your hands. Fold. Roll it up on your inhale. Tippy toes. Tippy toe chair on your exhale. Pull the knees inward. Pull the belly button back. Inhale to tippy toe standing. Exhale, heels down and fold. Palms are down. Halfway up, inhale, heavy in your toes. And very big fold, exhale. Okay, palms are down, inhaling through plank. Exhaling, just come halfway down. Put your elbows on your ribs. You might use your knees for that. Inhale back up to a plank. This time come slowly all the way down as you exhale. Here's your cobra. Heart pulls up and forward. Exhale, let it go. Tuck your toes. Down dog. 5 or 6 good breaths here, my friends. Walk out your heels. Elbows in, grip the mat. And notice if you can spin your heels out of sight. And just take a moment. Does this down dog feel a little different than when we started? I hope it does. Okay, one more big breath in here. Let's see if you can just sigh it out kind of loud. Inhaling here, right leg up and out behind you. Exhaling here, right foot drops between your hands. Boom. We're going to walk our hands out to the left here, and we'll be sideways on the mat for a little while for a wide leg forward fold. So take a little time just to arrange your feet so they turn slightly inward with your toes. And your hands are under your shoulders, and your spine has enough space to be long and flat. Okay, so if you feel like you're kind of humped in your spine, maybe bend your knees a little bit or adjust the width of your feet. But we want that nice tabletop back if we can. And we'll start to bend into the knees, one side and other side. So nothing crazy, but while you're doing this, see if you can focus most of the weight of your body into the outer edges of your feet, almost like you're trying to peel your arches up, like there's a little ladybug under your arches that you don't want to hurt. So you need a little space for that ladybug. And then let's, as we move the hips side to side, also move them back. Okay, notice how that allows you to sink a little more deeply as you move the hips back. And back. And back. And back. Okay, next time you move your hips in one direction, just pick one. Okay, whichever one you did is great. Move those hips back and just breathe. We're going to hang out here for 3 breaths. Now you drop the hips as low as you want to go. Keep your feet grounded. Okay, guys, we're bringing the hips through center. Other side, drop the hips low and pull them back. Feel all the feels in the hips. One more breath. All right, bring it on back to center. And here we're going to enjoy the fruits of our efforts just now with a nice little fold. So walk your hands back between your feet. And you can walk them even further back if you like. And we'll start by all fingers pointing in the same directions as the toes and elbows over wrists. Just think of pointing the top of your head at the center of the earth. If the top of your head touches the ground, just take your feet closer. Okay, until your head can hang freely, because we want that spine to have space to hang long. We want that to be a long spine. Take a few breaths here, my friend. Your spine is so long and soft. Keep walking the feet inward every time your head touches the floor. Walking the hands back, maybe. Put up the weight in the outer edges of your feet and lift those arches one more time for that ladybug. One more nice breath here. And as you're ready, come on up and out of this. Hands walk back over by your right foot. And we're back in down dog. Inhale here, find your plank. Exhale to your hands, fold. Inhale, roll it up. Okay, maybe lift your heart. Press your hips forward. Little back extension here. And exhale, your chair right here. Sit into your chair. Inhale for standing. Lift that heart, press the hips forward. And exhale, fold. Halfway up on your inhale. Nice big fold on your exhale. Palms are down, back to plank. Inhale. Exhale all the way down. Cobra, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Okay, here we are. Stabilize your down dog. Align it to the best of your ability. Use your internal cues, okay? Go through it. Your hands, elbows, shoulders, ribs, hips, knees, and feet. Ready? Can you keep all that? Inhale here, left leg up and out behind. Exhale, left foot down between your hands. Boom. Walking our hands over to the right side of the mat here. All right, I'll turn around to face you. Okay, we're back where we were before. Okay, but I'm going to give you a little bit of a challenge. So hands on your knees. You can just bend your knees here and come on up. Okay, we're going to take a little ride in horse pose. Okay, beloved by many. You might not love horse pose, but Just try it with me anyway today. We can make it really gentle if we want to. So let's point our toes out to the sides. We want to start with almost absurdly externally rotated hips. So start to bend your knees and then really externally rotate almost to where you feel it's a little bit ridiculous, okay? And then look at your knees. Make sure, okay, a lot of times when we get into a horse posture or any bent knee posture, the knees tend to collapse inward toward the arches and the big toes. Let's do the opposite. Let's strengthen the outer hip, okay? Point those knees at your pinky toes as you sink down into your horse. All right, so here we are. I really want those knees to move out, guys, and you sink as low as you like, and you can always come up if you need to. Now we're gonna take 5 long, slow breaths here in horse. However low you want to go is up to you, getting what you need from this posture. Not pushing if you're uncomfortable, stressed, or in pain. 4 more breaths. 3 more breaths. 2 more, guys. Last one. Peel up your arches, drop a little lower. Very nice. Come up and out of that. Oh. Okay, we're gonna internally rotate our hips now. Feels great after that. If you grab onto your hips, you might put a slight bend in your knees. We're gonna hinge at the hips and come all the way back down. So again, another wide leg forward fold here. So you can arrange yourself pretty much the way you were before, but I'm gonna give you an opportunity to maybe go a little deeper if you like. So start to walk your hands back between your feet. Again, point the top of your head at the center of the earth and take your feet closer if it touches. Okay, if everything's going great here, one hand grabs the back of each ankle. Okay, and you can use your strong arms to move your knees and your shoulders toward each other. Remember your long neck. It has not disappeared into your shoulders. It's still there. Okay, stay here, or I'll give you an opportunity to make this a little bit twisty. If you take your right hand out somewhere past your right foot, just wherever is fine. Take your left hand and maybe grab the outside of your right ankle. And then very gently, see if you want to look underneath your right armpit. Breathe here. And then we'll switch sides, okay? Left hand goes somewhere out past the left foot. Right hand may grab the left ankle and gently twist to look under your left arm. Top of your head is still very hangy though. The spine is still very long. Ideally, when we twist, we want that long spine. So this is a great time to experiment with twists as gravity is helping us out. Okay, and then one more thing. Come on back to center. And only if it makes sense for you, you can have your hands under shoulders. Start walking your feet out away from each other, okay? And just maybe go until you feel a little bit of opening on your inner thigh. You don't have to go crazy here, but just kind of play, experiment. We'll take a few more breaths here. Remember to attempt to keep your arches up off the floor, okay? And even though you are getting closer to the floor, you're still actively pushing into the floor. So your both feet are still actively pressing down. So there's some activity on the inside of the leg. You're lengthening it, but you're activating it at the same time. You might want to come down to your forearms. Continue to push the floor away. All right. We're going to come up, maybe one more big breath here, especially if it feels nice. Keep a slight bend in your knees, guys. And then as you're ready, start to slide yourself up. There's no rush. Just shimmy yourself back into center. All right, and then as you're ready, walk your hands back over by your left foot, and we'll take our last down dog of this practice. Notice how it feels. Walk out your heels, and then let it all go. Inhaling here, long plank shape. Exhale, walk to your hands, and have a seat. Come on down. All right, friends, hope you're all feeling pretty good. Let's start to really cool it down and bring our energy back down. We'll have our left leg out long in front of us, and we'll bend this right knee and pull the right foot in, and then take it to the outside of the left leg. So you just crossed it over, and we're just building a nice little twist here. So of course, our first priority is a long spine, because we wouldn't want to twist if the spine was crunchy and curved. So the left arm can take charge of holding the right leg, and you can use this to kind of keep your spine long, okay? But remember, that right hip needs to be extra heavy on the floor, so put some extra awareness into grounding through that right hip. Right fingers behind you, make your spine a little longer on the inhale. And on the exhale, you can look over your right shoulder. Long spine inhale. And exhale, look over the shoulder. Let's take a few more breaths like this, okay? Okay, keep grounding into that hip. Lengthening in your spine and hugging that right leg close. For some of you who might want a little bit more here for your last few breaths, you might take the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Okay, it just gives you a little bit more to twist. Remember your strong belly exhales moving into the spine. Long spine inhale. Belly button to spine, exhale. All right, and we'll twist out of that. Let's take the right foot and just put it on the inside of the left leg, okay? Just a nice little fold here. If you feel limited, you can't really get comfortable, just put a little bend in your left knee, okay? And even if you can fully extend the leg, put a micro bend, a little suggestion of a bend. Flex the left foot, fingers down outside the left leg. Big breath in, long spine. Exhale, heart moves toward the left toes. Pause where you start to feel your spine rounding, okay? Inhale, long spine. Exhale, move the heart a little closer. One more time, long spine, inhale. Exhale, heart moves closer. And then maybe drop your head here. Maybe come to your elbows. Maybe bend the left knee more so you can feel more comfortable. But please keep a length in your spine. Keep the long neck. Come back up as you're ready, nice and slow, and we'll just switch sides, okay? The right leg will be the long leg now. And the left foot will step to the other side of the right leg, okay? Right arm holds the left leg, left fingers behind, long spine, inhale. Big twist, exhale. Keep breathing here. Remember the heavy left hip, the strong right arm, the shoulders low in the back. Maybe closing your eyes here as you really cool down your body and recalibrate it. Massaging your organs, making extra space in your rib cage. Perhaps for these last few breaths, the right elbow comes to the outside of the left knee, but don't get the left hip off the floor. Strong belly exhales. Feel the belly button move to your spine here. Okay, as you're ready, friends, untangle yourself. The left foot will step on the inside of the right thigh. Remember to put at least a micro bend, perhaps a bigger bend in your right knee. Do flex that right foot so you get that calf stretch. Fingers on the floor, either side of the right leg. Long spine inhale. Exhale, heart moves toward the right toes. Pause. Long spine inhale. Heart moves an inch further on the exhale. One more inhale. And exhale, fold. Maybe drop your head, but keep your long spine. All right, friends, as you're ready, roll yourself back up. Straighten out all your legs. And if you round your spine, point your tailbone at your toes, and pull your belly button back, we can curl ourselves down really slowly. So come on down. Once you land, allow yourself to rest. Fidget yourself into your perfect resting posture. Breath through the nose. Face is soft. Jaw is soft. Eyes are soft. If you find it that the thoughts are distracting here and you'd rather just focus on something, then you can use a little helpful tool. Sometimes it helps just to, in your head, as you're breathing in, you can say to yourself, breathing in, breathing in, breathing in, and then breathing out, breathing out, breathing out. Giving your mind something to do sometimes just helps it to stay on one track. And continue to allow your body to soak up all the goodness of your practice here as you relax more with every breath. Please rest as long as you can. Thank you so much for joining me.